Hello everybody, I am back. I am like a week post-op from my surgery. I'm healing really well. My gallbladder was dying and it almost exploded inside of me. So that was really fun. I'm glad that's taken care of now and I don't have to worry about potentially dying. That was a really crazy experience. But anyway, today we are reacting to Gooner Games Are Taking Over by Papa Meat. I love me some Papa Meat. Saw this new video pop up, and I am a Gooner game enjoyer. I play some Gooner games. I play some games that say they aren't Gooner games, but they are Gooner games. I like looking at hot women, and I like looking at hot men. So, yeah, let's get into it.
New merch available at meatcandy.store. Promo available until April 26. Buy today. Buy today. How forceful is that? I don't know, if you select puppet shows and you want to support the channel, please buy the merch. It's available until April 26. Thanks, guys. Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel.
Whatever funds your new,
sit down because today we're going to be talking
pink.
about Gooner Games. And no, these aren't little games you play when you're in Boy Scouts with the boys. You're not playing tummy sticks at your friend's house. They're Gooner Games. People are enticed to play video games for many reasons. It's not just about good gameplay or an enriching story. There's actually another aspect that has a sizable portion of the gaming community in a chokehold. Whether it's directly stated or not, many newer games cater their products to horny gamers. Something that has proved incredibly lucrative over the years. Which, listen, guys, this isn't anything.
Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. Gotta back this up slightly.
Gamers. Something that has proved.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I love. I'm sorry. He's just so hot. I love Leon. I love everyone just like collectively lost their their minds when he was revealed for Resident Evil 9.
Proved incredibly lucrative over the years, which, listen, guys, this isn't anything new, right? People have been doing this since the dawn. Anytime that you could put to put ink on wall, berry mash on wall in the caves, the cavemen, they were drawing titties. Hit sell.
It's more obvious now, and the graphics are better, so you get to see more
There's
detail.
so much to gooning culture now that feels like before it was in like the olden times where it's like you don't talk about religion, politics, or money, but these things were all like it's all unspoken rule. Right now it was a thing where it's like, well, of course I got this game because it makes me hard and it tickles my fancy, of course. But now it's become so outspoken, and gooner culture is so there's no shame in it anymore, that now it's evolved to something far scarier. Some of the biggest games, ones that you have likely played, are classified Gooner Games, and today we're going to talk about some of the biggest ones to come out in recent years. The concept has been hotly debated online. Many games are now being labeled as Gooner Games,
oh my God.
And those who play them refuse to admit that.
Yeah, I don't play Star Rail anymore, but that character is egregious, man. Oh my God, I thought Jane was kind of pushing it, and they were like, hold my beer.
As reality. I think this is the time and place.
Did I say Star Rail? I meant Zenless. I know what game I'm talking about. I don't play any Hoyo games anymore. Sorry.
Just be like, this is why I do it. The thing is that the more you hide behind it, I think that's where the sharks smell blood. Because if you're not with us, you're against us, I think is what it is. I think it's people being like, hey, you think you're better than me? Playing this for the gameplay? There's not gameplay in this game. It's boobies. It's buttholes.
Did you ever play women characters so you could stare at the behinds? If you stared at a man's behind, that's gay, but if it's a woman...
Oh, I see. No, I don't know. I always thought the guys looked cooler.
I had a bunch of friends who were like, I prefer women because I don't want to stare at a guy's ass for 12 hours.
That's the guy who's definitely very gay. Anytime I was like, I want to stare at a guy's ass.
Hey, Venom's buns are top tier, to be fair. On that topic, though, I think, like, not quite, like, I just want to stare at a woman's ass because I don't want to stare at a man's ass or whatever. But my husband, he typically plays female characters, and he says it's because he likes dressing up, because the dress-up options for male characters are usually shit. Especially in, like, older games, which is true. Which is very true. Also, I like playing female characters because I'm a girl and I like being seen, and I also like hot women.
That's the whole time. I'm like, pretty sure when I'm playing Spawn in a game, I'm not like, ew, yucky, his butt bum. He's Bing Bing. I don't like that. It's like,
Yeah, why are you staring?
What about everything else on the screen? But to be fair, if there was a man caked up, I mean, I might. It's like when it'd be the opposite of what I used to do. What I used to do back in the day is when I had Nintendo 64, I got so scared playing Quake 3 that I'd call my mom in to watch me finish playing a level. I'd be like, hey mom, come check this out, it's really cool. And she'd walk in and I'd be able to play. She's like, what am I looking at? I'm like, You feel less scared now that someone's there, right? Be the opposite. I'd be watching MLB Slugfest 06. Albert Pujols comes up to bat. Hey mom, I'm busy, don't come in here for a while.
My mom did the opposite. She would call me to play video games because she would throw up and get sick because of the motion sickness.
Play what game? What game?
Spyro for the PlayStation 1.
No, for real? Oh my god, those games are my favorite. I love Spyro. Spyro 2 was it was the first game I ever played. The first console I ever got was the PS2, but my first game was Spyro 2 for PS1. And I loved it, and it's still my favorite game to this day, and I love that little purple dragon so much. I've never heard of it giving anyone motion sickness, though. I guess it's because it's like one of the first games that had the big, what am I thinking of? Where you can see like far beyond the level, like it's got vastness to it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think it was like one of the first games that really like locked in on that, and that's anyway, moving on.
She's like,
Nick, hold my hand. Nick, hold my hand. The purple dragon.
I remember we took like a day off of school, and she took off work to beat it. And like overnight, she was like, I had a bowl, like a bucket next to her.
No, that's dedication, though.
It's not worth it.
After that, though, she's like, I'm done with video games. So.
I think the only game my mom ever played
man.
was, which actually this is a good game. It was Donald Duck's Going Quackers.
I've never played it.
That's for people who like money play. That's just me.
Hey, if you're ready to embark on your own PC building journey, look no farther! Check out the Furrian collection from our partners at Starforge. The PC is stunning and powerful. It comes along with the new Party Desk Mat, Party of Heroes wall art, and also Furrian plate light for PC. Already have a PC that you love but enjoy the show? Starforge has a case bundle too that has the mat, the wall art, the plate light, plus a Furrian case to improve the space where you game. If you're looking for a new PC or you're looking to just kind of upgrade your PC setup, head over to Starforge. They're a great sponsor. We appreciate them. Now, back to the video.
Back in the day, however, mini games cater to this audience unapologetically. Franchises like Dead or Alive, for example, revolve around a cast of predominantly female fighters that don't shy away from showing off their bodies. Team Ninja, the developers of the series, were well known for their iconic and advanced breast physics that focus heavily on these aspects of the game, sometimes even giving you menu options to adjust the amount of breast movement shown
Natural
during the gameplay.
OMG.
Which, if you have the tools, why not use them? Am I right? If you're like, I mean, we could give them the option of how jiggly they want it. Why would you, just even for the comedy sakes of it, why wouldn't you?
I recently saw a clip of like, it's
Oh
like
my
a character
God.
model turning, and her titties are doing the 6-7.
One of the most intense presets labeled OMG had breast whipping non-stop during fights to the point where it was distracting to some players. Team Ninja knew their core audience. However, as they created a non-fighter series called Dead or Alive Extreme, these games
They have
put all
minds
the
of their
characters
own.
on a beach vacation where you could play mini games and, more importantly, build romantic relationships.
Okay, I didn't know Dead or Alive was a fighting game because my first exposure to Dead or Alive was when the Game Grumps played Dead or Alive, whatever what it is, where they're on an island and you gamble to buy swimsuits for the women and they have no money and no one wants to date them.
relationships with your favorite characters. Didn't people freak out when the new Dead or Alive came out and it was like they covered all of them? What was the thing, like, remember there was like a game, there was a game recently within like recent years that was like, they robbed us because they were seeing the character sheets and it's like, you can't even get behind and see anything now because they're clothed.
That was Stellar Blade.
Oh, Stellar Blade.
But
Okay.
I think you're right with Dead or Alive. They were scantily clad, and then they kind of made them a little less revealing.
Yeah, because women said it was sexist. Ladies, go play Going Quackers and let us men have fun, right?
And women ruin everything.
Well, that's just absolutely true. Going from a fighting game to where it's just a beach thing where you can role play a relationship and do mini games, next level thinking, dude.
I think when it first came out, there was a lot of... They weren't... You know, Gooners were adamant to admit they were gooning to it, but they were
Oh,
like,
yeah, they were definitely... It's just good. It's like better than Tekken.
they were just like, the games are fun. It's actually fun.
No.
I mean, it might actually be fun, but can't you literally, like, your, like, starting menu or like, your home menu or whatever is just, like, your girl of choice sprawled out in a bikini on the bed? Like, come on, man. Goon proudly.
It's good. I do it because the story, it's actually good. Today, there are still Gooner games that are much more overt, propped up ever more by the growing number of indie developers making their horny dreams a reality. Crushing
Let me-
Force is a loud
let
and
me have
proud
love in
Gooner
deep
game, as
space.
the creator warns you up front on the
Oh
download
my
page that
God.
it contains inflation, furries, copious farting, vor, and crushing. Oh yeah.
When I saw gameplay of this, I couldn't believe it was real.
I thought I was impressed with the animation. I saw the thing. I was like, God damn! It's something where it's like it's funny for a second, but I'm like, this is actual like people one-handing it. It look like those with the glove on playing Tetris. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen those guys? You ever sit there one tapping it while you're beating your shit underneath it? Despite being very clear about what it is, many players who poke fun at it report that the mechanics are legitimately good, and the game as a whole has sauce. Which I'm always a sucker for
I
those
mean,
like
that's
classic
passion right there.
Street Fighter, like, you know what I mean, like the 2D Marvel vs. Capcom-esque kind of like 2D fighter stuff. The debate surrounding Gooner games becomes more interesting as we move into more mainstream titles. To some, it's clear as day, but many believe the label doles out unjustly. Which leads us to, I would say, the most obvious of the current age Gooner games. This one, I would say this is probably the Gooner game right now. Marvel Rivals is one of the newest hero shooters to blow up and achieve mass success.
I for sure thought it would be something like, I don't know, Zinless Zone Zero or like Genshin Impact or something like that. I mean, is it really Rivals? Like, I know it has a reputation of being like a goonery game because some of the skins are goonery and the character modeling is really nice and everybody has like really nice butts and stuff. Maybe I answered my own question. Moving on.
It has also seen one of the quickest developments of a Gooner fandom. The game was released in December of 2024, and by March of 2025, articles were already written about how it had become a massive hit with the Rule 34 communities, which if you don't know what Rule 34 is.
But there's like already an existing fan base there because it's
With
Marvel.
only a few months of playtime, people had lost their minds over the characters and skins, and this was starting to affect the community as a whole. Also, I mean, here's the thing. With a thing like, if it's a superhero game, what do you think superheroes gonna have bad genetics? They're all gonna be pretty good looking people. Remember the Blob, X-Men, the big fat, even he was kind of cute. He was a big fatty. Even in horror games, you know also does it kind of right is Resident Evil. They always have like some pretty girl in there, and even a hot guy. I mean, this new one, people are. I'll tell you what, the amount of girls I saw that were flicking their beans to Leon, holy moly! He'd do anything. He'd be like,
Guilty.
and the girl would, like pause it at her streaming setup. Okay.
I was thinking about beats the whole
Pause
time.
chat real quick.
Editor cut all that. Do you think the Gooners, these Gooner types who are obsessed with, or like, you know, if you're just like, I'm horned up playing this game, do you think it's just preference, or is it just like the developers try to just be like, they have to have a nice ass, they have to have big titties? You know, I don't see a lot bulge, or even bulge in games. Where's the bulge at? I'm talking like a curled
The
up.
bulges
it's like
in
actually,
Marvel Rivals.
Like how you can have Steve Rogers in a game, you don't have one print.
If you're looking at older comics, they definitely, I mean, even Spider-Man's caked up, you know, when he's doing his shit. Women definitely have defined ass and big cleavage. But this was a Chinese company, and I think the Chinese know how to cater to gamers.
I think they know. I guess that's true, is that American studios that do it, they always try to make them like
Woke.
I think they try to make them look like, I don't know, like amiibo figures or something. Like very kid friendly versus introducing more of like an Asian influence of art style or something like almost anime-esque these designs. I think it bridged that gap of people being like, which I think was smart. No one wants to see a fucking, which listen, Jack Kirby's the king. I love Jack Kirby. I love all of them. Frank Miller. I love all the old guys. Sam Keith, rip Sam Keith. Rest in peace to one of the goats, the Max. You ever read the Max? It's good stuff. Man just passed away. He has like one of my favorite Wolverine runs. It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that for a new age audience, people who are all obsessed with anime and shit, having those characters be more in an anime style, I think it does help a lot. So yeah, they've always been caked up, but it's...
Black Cat is going to like bankroll this game for generations with her skins. I can feel it in my bones. Like I feel it in the air. It's coming in the wind. It's crazy, man. And I will be contributing to the funds. So
old-timey 60s caked. Come on, dude. Or even 90s pockets. You just want to see nothing but pockets? No, dude. I want fat and I want mushroom prints. That's why that'd be my advocate, is just be like, yeah, I mean, big asses and big titties are cool. Throw a couple pork chops on the grill there and see what we can do. You know what I mean? Slap those guys together like that. I'm talking environmental damage. I want some beavers in there. It hadn't even been out for half a year, and certain players didn't even want to touch the game because they already knew that the game and its community were filled with degeneracy. Newsflash. That's every game.
That is every like modern hero shooter. Like, let's be honest. The Overwatch started, like, there is so much porn out there of Overwatch characters, especially Diva and Tracer and Murthy. But, like, also, like, what's the other one that starts with a V? Vanguard or some shit. I don't know, but it's all, like, modern hero shooters. To be honest, though, I started playing Rivals after the Marvel Rivals drama dropped, because I was like watching videos about it, and in the back of my head I was like, oh, this gameplay looks fun.
Is there a single game you can play now without people being like, oh, this game, really, you playing this one, really? You always have to play like a no-name title, or then people are like, what is this? So then they can hop on
I mean, like, people goon to Silk Song.
Like,
Let's be real.
Before I got popular.
Are gamers the worst fandom?
Yes.
I'm not gonna go to board games, because board game, I don't really the board game culture either. People who play board games, you scare me. But I will say, you know, I was looking at, I want old children's board games, not newer. We're drinking IPAs, bullshit. I'm talking, remember It from the Pit? You never heard of It from the Pit? Oh, I tried finding one. It's impossible to find like an actual completed one. If anyone has a copy of It from the Pit that they don't have anymore, it's like one of the fun ones where it's like, it's very simple. All you have is a dice, and you have some kind of motorized, it was really big in like the 80s and 90s. I'm not gonna explain the whole thing. It's show a picture. It's really fun. That's the kind of stuff. If someone shows up with, and what is it, Wingspan and I don't know, Space Camper, hey, figure we can have a couple of these and game out tonight. I'm gonna say, get the out of here, dude. But if my boy shows up with Tito's and It from the Pit, or what, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a damn good night. Just smoking cigars and shit, rolling dice and shit, because it's almost like shooting dice with a addict in like a back alley. Almost. Thing got a hold of me. It's not like you had to dig in to find stuff either.
Oh my god.
Before season 1 even launched, people were making mods to turn all the female characters fat in game, which went viral on Twitter, which is just
holy shit,
which honestly, I think knowing how much pre-production goes into games now, I think that should be an option with everything. So you have like the super hot version, you have a medium version, or maybe you're just like, I don't want to look at this skinny all day, and you look at yourself, you feel bad. Maybe a more realistic version, and then a big fat. Wouldn't that be nice?
Uncharted, I think, started that.
Really?
They had in the game, I'm pretty sure they had a fat Drake model that you could play.
Yeah. No, mouth breathing all the way through there. Behind cover, still getting shot because he's so fat. They need to add that, but it needs to make it easier. Like there's like you can barely run and you can't climb. See, the game like almost breaks because it's just being like, you think some fat ass is gonna be able to like jump and scale the side of a mountain like you do in Uncharted?
Hey, I've seen
right.
Paul Blart
There's a whole
Mall
new
Cop.
caveat where you have to go get like a medical crane that lifts you up the side of the mountain.
He was doing some crazy parkour.
Marvel also knew their community was filled with gooners because during the summer, they released a swimsuit collection featuring all the female characters in little thongs.
I
with
don't
more
have
advanced
that
jiggle
skin.
physics. I mean, dude.
Hey man, hey, okay. What I was saying about the bulge. First of all, I don't have that Luna skin because I started playing like 2 months ago, and I'm I'm so pissed off because I missed her Cherry Delight skin and I missed her Cool Summer skin, and I don't have either. And I see them in matches all the time, and it makes me so pissed off because she's the main character I play with, and I want those two skins so bad because they're so good, and they just won't come back in the shop, and it vexes me. Anyway, sorry.
All the female characters in little thongs with more.
Anyway, what I was saying about the bulge. There's the bulge. Right there. See, that's the thing with Rivals too. It's like, it's equality. You know, we get horny outfits for the girls and we get horny outfits for the guys. And I think that's kind of beautiful. Have you seen Gambit's new fucking Hellfire Gala skin? My god. I just wanna lick up that chest.
Advanced jiggle physics. I mean, dude. I mean, like money. I mean, come on. With each skin also came character-specific victory poses and emotes that showed off the bathing suits in provocative positions. Deadpool, one of the newest additions, shoves his fat, bouncing ass into the camera within the first 10 seconds of the announcement. It's funny. Do you think Ryan Gosling approves? This is actually very funny. Is that a good Ryan Reynolds
I got
impression?
the main full skin
like
payer one, brother.
He has to go kind of quick, and he kind of talks like that. With the devs and the game's creative director feeding into the fan base's desires, it has created some of the most depraved and desperate players. One person said, which I do love that. Depraved and desperate players, please. One person said that they downloaded the game after having a long shift at work and wanted to play something different because everything else was so repetitive. I'm like, Marvel Rivals. What are you talking about?
So you're like jerking it with one hand
instantly
and playing
addicted to the game
the
the second they booted it up for the first time. However, in future sessions, they started to notice that they couldn't start the game without popping a chubby.
Oh my god. You've gotta focus!
Oh, dang it.
Like Pavlov's dog or whatever. Every time he turns on the computer, he just gets hard because he knows. Oh.
Yeah, they hear a bell, you start salivating. It got to the point where they would. I thought you were playing with your. For a second. I was like,
It's
Jesus.
getting hot in here.
Tell me. It got to the point where they would endlessly sit on the menu screen and pull their pud for a good long while before being able to resume the game.
Oh my god. Brother, you gotta lock in. You get to put those thoughts away. We are competitive. We are ranking up. If I'm doing my ranked match and you are like, and you're distracted, jorking your peanuts, and you make us throw them, I'm gonna find you, and I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Anyway, lock in. This is insane to me. Like, when I say I like Gooner games, I mean, like, aesthetically. I'm not, doing the solo samba with, like, my Gooner games or whatever. I just look at the art style and I like I'm a person, I have eyes, I know what's attractive. It's aesthetically appealing to me. And I like the skins, and it's a fun game.
Aim. What the f*** are we talking about? Why are we talking about this? Multiple players, both male and female, have admitted to mushing their folds, to quote, to Cylon's wobble meat, and how every single female character in the game
Wobble
makes them
meat?
go feral.
No, man, come on.
Psylocke's wobble meat.
Someone said that.
How many people do you think that are gooners like this have erectile dysfunction?
God, most.
You think so? Do you think they're just soft pudding it, basically just slapping around like a dead fish in their hand?
Come on.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Work.
Uncle Ben, get up.
Yeah. Uncle Ben, get up. Yeah, exactly. With great power. This is your in your hand. With great power comes great responsibility. I think that the only thing that I'm pissed at is where's the mushroom print? We need mushroom prints. We need mushroom prints in these games. It's bullshit. Then also, you know what I do? You know what I do though? You don't do this for women. All the women are beautiful genetic queens. But for the guys, you know what you do? You give a couple of them a small. Bring it down to our level a little bit, right? Come on, it's for the boys.
I think that would actually upset fan bases because, like, for example, if Spider-Man had a small.
Dude, Peter Parker has a small. There's no way. There's no way Spider-Man's packing. No,
No,
dude.
my
I don't think Tom
king.
Holland's packing either. I don't give Zendaya or whatever. I'm talking that I think that he's a little aardvark tongue or something.
No, my
Spidey
king.
web editor.
Exactly. Stand still. I'm guessing that. Maybe he's talking to Zendaya. I don't know who he's talking to. All right, well. Overwatch was one of the most popular games for its time. The hero shooter, which carries a wide cast of characters, has an adoring fan base, or at least they used to. It's kind of dead now.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals has taken Overwatch's space.
Which it's the same game, essentially, except one's first person and one's not.
And then,
I like
unlike
the third person, 'cause
Overwatch,
I can see my
Marvel Rivals has embraced the Gooner.
Oh, so, well, yeah, because Blizzard, right? Blizzard is not going to want to do that. The hottest thing they ever made was Tauren. You ever see a Tauren woman? Overwatch is a unique case. While people are certain that Overwatch is a Gooner game, it's noticeably more tame than many of the other games out there. While the game occasionally features a questionably horny skin from time to time, the Gooner label has mostly been spawned due to players in the community frothing at the mouth over their favorite characters and mostly doing their own art. A lot of community art, which I think unironically made the game stronger. Like the roots of the fan base, because it's like they didn't even have to do that. It was their fans doing it.
Yeah, Blizzard was just like, oh, we don't even have to hornify them. You know, they're.
Yeah.
But see, Marvel Rivals.
Oh, they did it from the get-go. If we're gonna win these people over, we need to flash in the pan kind of thing. One of the most infamous examples of this was a series of posts to the Overwatch forum made by a user named Tyrone. In them, he was hyper-focused on the character's feet, requesting changes be made to showcase them more. Posts like, and I quote, add a mode for every character that allows them to permanently remove their shoes. All males would have socks and females would not. I think it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes you just want to take off your shoes and relax. Am I right? Thank you, Tyrone. I'd like to think he's definitely Shinji's dad. Keep the men's shoes on, but be able to remove the women's. Yeah, it's like, well, don't guys like taking their shoes off too to relax? Shut up. Stand up and look at the ground. What do you see? You see your own feet. Yet in Overwatch, you look down and you don't even see your own feet. Makes no sense at all. Do you think there's like a ton of people that think that? I think that for cleavage. I think a guy gets a girl skin and they want to look down and see cleavage. I'm actually wondering feet. So I know feet online is a meme for like, oh, you're going to show those for free. But I don't know how much people actually find feet attractive.
I don't think it's a lot, but I think it's more than you think.
I mean, probably. You ever tell you at the time when I was like 19, I got with a girl from Athlete's Foot? Ever tell you that? It was unbelievable.
What?
Did you get Athlete's Foot?
Oh my, yeah. It was like all peeled and shit like that. Looked like Freddy Krueger's face. It was.
Brother, the lore they drop on this fucking show. But I could never. I could never be this open with the internet.
Up. You know, too. I went back. I was 19. What am I supposed to do? Not go back? She just pulled a little Mighty Joe Young. She was like, get in there. Awesome. I couldn't believe it. It was one of the happiest days. I told everybody. I think I told people too. I was like, she had Athlete's Foot. I didn't give a. I just spat her feet and went at it. It was unreal. Also, editor, you might have to cut all that. I will say that was not my wife. Okay. But it goes far beyond a few horn dogs drooling over character skins. Overwatch Corn blew up massively at its peak, with the first game alone having over 152,000 posts on Rule 34. As far as animated content, Overwatch was one of the most searched words on Cornhub in 2016, ranking just above. How did Overwatch beat out?
Wow.
That's insane. Usage of Source Filmmaker and Blender soared due to the high influx of people ripping the Overwatch models from the game to animate their own steamy videos to upload online. People still seem to attribute innovations and advancements in their technology to the endless development of this type of content, which it is. It's insane. People doing that kind of stuff has done nothing but help improve the software. Isn't that crazy? Many franchises lose their wholesome fan bases once the Gooners learn of their female protagonists. This is especially true for Nier Automata. One of the main characters in the Automata is
The way he pronounces shit sometimes just makes me like it activates my fight response. but like Nier Automata is like, it's a Gooner game with like that like wants to teach you about like humanity and like empathy and what's the word? And philosophy. It's a philosophical game, just bundled in between some like really nice booty cheeks.
an android woman named 2B, dressed in a short black dress, thigh-high leather boots, and white bodysuit. And as you can imagine, people have been losing their minds over the character since the game's release in 2018.
It's a good
right at the
game.
game's launch, over 30 adult mods were created and downloaded over 500,000 times. And to this day, Nier Automata has some of the most downloaded NSFW mods on multiple modding websites, which is kind of impressive. If I was the modeler, I'd be...
One last thing about Nier. When I finished Automata, I crawled into my bed and I cried myself to sleep. I still think about that game. Jesus Christ, it's so good.
I'd be flattered. I'd be very flattered. The developer of the game, Yoko Taro, is actually a gooner himself and clearly made the game with 2B's sex appeal in mind. He's fully accepting of the NSFW content that has come out of the gooner fanbase. Before the game even launched, there was a rumor that 2B's undercarriage was anatomically correct. Which also, if I'm gonna go the whole route of designing it, I'm gonna make it anatomically correct.
Also, the
Multifaceted.
Japanese people are proud.
It's got layers.
Gooners.
Oh yeah.
They-
Different culture. Way different over there. They don't give a shit. They don't really have sex themselves, but they love the idea of it. Why is that?
It's because it's easier to look at pictures than to interact with people.
Than to talk with someone?
Yeah.
This is true.
Because that was like the weirdest culture shock of going into a store filled with
Unbelievable.
hentai, and there's
not only people like, but people that are just like, it's so casually being like, oh, okay, like,
they're admiring. It's like they're admiring art, but you know that it's just like
which it is art. It's one of those things where, I don't know, like in the Midwest or whatever, it's kind of a shameful thing. I don't know, being like, oh, I guess I'm not going to go in here and do whatever. But yeah, like we went to, this was like also a game store. Okay. We went to a game store that was like 4 or 5 stories tall, and 2 of the floors, I mean, it was just nothing but those floors were packed. It was as if it was, I mean, like
man,
it was a busy shopping day, but it was so casual. It was unbelievable.
it's a lot of old guys too, and they like
Oh,
bunch
the old
together.
guys.
They'll lift something up, and then like 3 of them will come and be like, "Oh,
I've got to
what'd
move
you
a mouse
find?"
pad, and I'm proud.
They do. It is a thing. He's like a spread, and the guys are like, It's very communal. It's kind of sweet in a way, I guess. Me and Allison were walking around, and we saw some of that stuff. It wasn't as bad until we went to Nakano Broadway. We went to one of the Mondorock stores. There's like 7 Mondorock stores there, you know. We went to the one of the bookstores, and there was this huge section, whatever. It was like right next. I was not in there for that, but I was looking through one of the books, and I was down this aisle, and this guy, I don't know if I should say what it was, but it was like some pretty depraved shit. Okay?
Really questionable
And Allison was like,
content.
oh my God. And I was like, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Go. But it was just open. But it was another thing, once again, to your point, a guy walked by and did, he was looking over his shoulder. Toko's admitted that he's a gooner as well. When asked about his sexual female character designs, he told reporters, and I quote, I just really like girls.
I had a similar thing happen. Not a reporter, but I was high on acid, and I was having a miserable time, and my coworker, trying to cheer me up, not knowing I was high, he just thought I was sad. He's like, hey man, I heard you like drawing. What do you like to draw? And then I just put a creepy smile, and I was like, girls. The funny thing is, I don't draw girls, so I don't know why I said that.
That is funny.
But
The funny thing is, I don't really do it. I'm just a creep who's high on acid. Where was this at PM's?
Papa Murphy's, we were rolling dough balls.
It was a Papa
Getting all hard,
Murphy.
pressing up against mozzarella balls and shit.
Yeah,
They
he
don't
tried to
even
continue
cook
the
the damn
conversation of
pizza
like,
there.
Oh, why do you like drawing them? They're curves.
Oh my God, Nick, stop.
The pudding.
No more. No more of that. I'm quickly pivoting too. Also, we were away from that conversation. You just had to get that out, didn't you? My God. Like Yoko, many of the fans will staunchly defend their obsession with 2B's character design and will gang up on anyone who is tired of seeing her half naked. I think she's cold. Let her have a sweater. You! On more than one occasion, casual fans will post, and I quote, is anyone else sick of the cosplays and horny posting? Is anyone else sick of the cosplays and horny posting? Is anyone else sick of the cosplay and the horny posting?
That is the One Piece subreddit. It's just women cosplaying, horny cosplaying, and of course they get upvoted a bunch.
Is anyone else tired of the cosplay and horny posting? Is anyone else tired of being tempted by the devil? Shit like crazy, animal style. One of the most widely discussed titles in Gooner game genre is undoubtedly Zenless Zone Zero, an anime fantasy gacha that we've briefly discussed on this channel in the past, specifically in regards to a controversy in which developers removed the ability for players to angle the camera down for an upskirt view, and the onslaught of furious criticism led to the creators, MiHoYo, reversing the decision in about the span of 24 hours.
Oh my god,
News
I fucking
publications
remember that
referred to this
shit.
event
That
as
was
Gooner
crazy.
9/11, which is pretty funny. This game boasts a whopping 80,000 posts on Rule 34, despite only being released in 2024. Some of the internet's toughest soldiers demand that people stop calling ZZZ a Gooner game, explaining how it's a lore-rich game with great gameplay. No matter how well developed a game is, however, you can't escape what's right in front of you. Content uploaded by the Zenless Zone Zero official YouTube don't shy away from this aspect. One promotional video is literally just 1 straight minute of a character, Pulchra, getting a massage as she moans repeatedly.
Furries everywhere went crazy.
That's the entire video. That's what the video is. In a character reveal for a newer character called Jane, she's seen interrogating a woman seductively. Within the first 10 seconds, she puts her foot in the tied up woman's face to lift the camera towards her. She just so happens to have her shoe taken off just for this moment. A little foot fetish for people, dude. We're seeing the birth of dedicated Gooner historians now, folks.
Hey, no mention of the Hugo, like, character trailer. That shit was crazy. Man, we got, like... Man, we almost got to see everything. That camera angle was like... That was risky, bro. My god, I still think about that sometimes.
Community members are taking it upon themselves to create in-depth charts and analyze each inch of a character's body, their secretions, and more. One brave man made a chart for the 35 characters that existed at the time, specifically to confirm if their boobs, thighs, and ass jiggled during gameplay, cutscenes, or free-roaming segments. Another post revolved around the character Yi, Ishu and Shifu, using lengthy calculations to reveal the likely volume of sweat her armpits produced, as well as the level of stink they had. Similar calculations were done to determine which of the two characters, Nicole and Caesar, produced more breast milk.
My god, listen, I like Gooner content, but I'm not this crazy. I'm just a casual fan. You know what I mean?
Based on the size of their breasts, diet, hydration, stress levels, and other hormonal factors. People are documenting this, all right? This is going to go down.
And I guess it's like, for me, I guess it's because I played a lot of otome games, like, growing up, so, like, the shame just, like, isn't there, you know? Because it's a lot of stuff that, like, caters to, like, the female gaze. Same stuff with, like, Love and Deep Space, you know? It's just, like, this is for me. This is for me, and I'm not gonna, like, rub it in your face, but I'm not gonna be, like, ashamed about it, you know? I don't know.
In 80 years, this is going to be fascinating. This is going to be, I mean, people are going to be like, what were they talking about? What do you mean? There's the age-old rule. If it's on the internet, there's of it. It holds true, especially in the gaming world, if not more so. Long ago, Gooner games were a niche genre that you couldn't find in most stores, but now it's become very popular.
It's also how you know you made it as a VTuber, or just an online content creator. If you search yourself on Rule 34 and something pops up, hey man, you're in.
Popular way to guarantee sales within a broader community of gamers. If you ever find yourself unable to play a game without having to take a pleasure pit stop, then it might be time to walk away and do some self-reflection, or double down and goon away, my friends. Goon away. The ending of Signs. Swing away! That's what's going to stop the aliens. Instead of glasses of water, it's going to be a guy being like, if an alien came down, I could feel like a semen would be a thing. They'd be like, no.
Well, they'd be asexual. Be like, what is this?
That'd be a rude first impression. Alien coming down, a guy's just like shooting ropes on him.
Shots on the face.
Do you think ever at any point a human has had sex with an alien? I'm saying in a way where it's like back shots where the guy's like Patrick Bateman looking in the mirror, you know, slamming it.
I can see that. I can see some aliens.
At least one. I mean, one. And throughout all of it, millions of years.
I bet you there's alien civilization did a little road trip to Earth, picked up some cavemen, and they were...
That alien probably got arrested. It's like horse here on Earth or something like that. You know, it's like a dog. You know what I mean?
You slept, you let it have sex with you? What are you talking about? It's like, it's called love.
Love. Yeah, death penalty, death penalty. That's our video. Gooner Games. Okay.
My God. I mean, like, seriously, though. It's, like, I know I keep saying aesthetically, but really, like, if it looks good and it's, like, this is my thing, is, like, it can't just be, like, visually appealing. It's gotta be fun, you know? And if it's not fun, like, it's gonna lose its charm quickly. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like an extra little cherry on top, I guess. But for real though, like, I don't know. We all like looking at hot people. I feel like that's just sort of a universal given. And, man, I don't know. I've got eyeballs. I can enjoy looking at stuff. Like, just because you like the content doesn't mean you're jerking your norts constantly. I feel like that's a big gap, you know, between, like, certain parts, like, certain groups, like, you know, of people who enjoy this kind of content, whatever. Like, I don't know. I get embarrassed playing with Deep Space because it's very intimate, but I still like it. Like, it, you know, it's good. Like, the story is interesting when you can, you know, like, dig for it. It's visually appealing. It, you know, it definitely caters to, like, the female gaze. There's kind of something there for everyone. You know, like, maybe I just want to be loved by a hot merman and then tragically die in his arms, and he be crying, but I also see his chest. I don't know. Anyway, I enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Also, we reached 500 views on the last reaction video, which is crazy. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or subscribe or do both or do neither. Honestly, just thank you for sticking with me, and I will, of course, leave the original video linked in the comments. Please go give Papa Meat some love. I love his channel. I think he's super fun. And I love his content. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and goodbye.